The Galactic Council meeting was set in the heart of a shimmering station orbiting a distant planet, its sleek design resembling a colossal crystal mosaic. Captain Alex Ryder stood at the glass railing, his eyes scanning the infinite cosmos. His heart raced with anticipation. Today represented more than just diplomacy. It symbolized the potential for understanding and shared growth among civilizations. As he turned from the view, footsteps echoed behind him. Alex recognized the stride, strong yet graceful. He turned to see Princess Lisa of the Zarok. She radiated confidence, her iridescent skin catching the starlight, seeming to shimmer in shades of blues and purples. "Captain Ryder," she greeted, her melodic voice breaking through his thoughts. "Princess Lisa," he replied, inclining his head with respect. "I hope you're finding the council agreeable so far." "It is uncharted territory for us," she admitted, her gaze drifting toward the stars. "Humans have a different way of navigating the cosmos. Your perspectives fascinate me." Her curiosity caught his attention. "What's most interesting to you?" "The idea of loyalty," she said, her eyes locking onto his. "In our past, loyalty often meant subjugation. I've heard humans speak of a different kind of loyalty. What does it mean to you?" Alex contemplated her question. This was not merely a diplomatic inquiry. It was a personal one. It's a commitment to stand by those you care about, regardless of the circumstance. It can involve sacrifice, but ultimately strengthens relationships. Lisa nodded, absorbing his words. "And have you experienced that kind of loyalty?" A soft chuckle escaped his lips. "More than once. I've had men and women follow me into risky situations, knowing full well they might not return. But they trust in the mission and each other, and in me. Does it not frighten you?" she asked, tilting her head slightly. "Fear is a natural reaction, but it's what you do with that fear that matters. Loyalty gives us purpose, a reason to forge ahead despite the dangers." "You've given this a great deal of thought," she remarked, a hint of admiration in her voice. "I find my people struggle to understand these concepts." "Well, your past was tumultuous. It can take time for trust to rebuild." "True," she stated, her voice softening. "Yet it feels like we're on the verge of something new. I want to learn what loyalty means from your perspective." An idea sparked in Alex's mind. "Then let's explore it together. How about we share our stories over dinner? I can introduce you to some of our customs. They may help you see the essence of loyalty in action." Lisa's eyes brightened. "I'd like that." As they made their way to the grand dining hall, the corridors filled with vibrant artwork from multiple civilizations. Each piece depicted a different aspect of life, pain, love, and triumph. "Each culture has its own story," Lisa mused, glancing at a painting that seemed alive with motion. "It's as if they're all searching for the same truths." "Exactly," Alex responded, feeling the connection deepen. Art can express emotions that words sometimes fail to capture. Once in the dining hall, they were greeted by an array of extravagant dishes from various worlds. Lisa's eyes widened as she sampled the vibrant colors and exotic flavors. "What is this?" she asked, pointing to a dish that seemed to sparkle under the soft lights. "That's a traditional human dish, glazed starlight duck," Alex explained. "It's reserved for special occasions." "Then I feel honored," she replied, a genuine smile spreading across her face. As they ate, their conversation flowed freely. They discussed the foods they were trying, their cultures, and what hope meant to their civilizations. "Do you believe we can trust each other?" Lisa asked, her gaze steady. "I believe trust is built over time through shared experiences," Alex replied. "Just like loyalty. You don't get it overnight, you work for it. You show people you're reliable." Lisa's expression turned contemplative. "And if loyalty is betrayed?" "There's always a risk," he acknowledged. "But we can learn and grow from it. Sometimes those lessons can forge stronger bonds moving forward." "Your insight is refreshing," she said, leaning closer. "I've often felt my upbringing was a weight rather than a foundation. But perhaps there's a path for me. That's the beauty of sharing with someone from a different world. It opens up new possibilities," Alex encouraged. "We can help each other carry those weights." As the evening wore on, laughter echoed through the grand hall. Lisa and Alex began exchanging stories about their childhoods. "I was always the little mischief maker," she confessed, an amused smile dancing on her lips. sneaking out of the palace to explore the outside world. Really? Alex chuckled. What did you do? I once convinced my guards I needed to practice my archery in a forest far from the palace, Lisa said, her eyes sparkling with nostalgia. I ended up getting lost. Did they find you? He asked, intrigued. Eventually, she replied, her laughter infectious. But not before I discovered a beautiful glade filled with flowers and sparkling streams. It became my secret haven. Alex found himself leaning closer, captivated by her spirit. That sounds enchanting. Did you ever return? I did often. The world outside the palace was wild, free. It was where I felt like I could be myself. Wouldn't it be nice to rediscover that sense of freedom? He asked, his voice softening. Even in the middle of intergalactic politics? Lisa nodded, the smile fading slightly. It would be. For a moment, they held each other's gaze, the tension palpable. Alex cleared his throat, breaking the spell, drawing their attention back to their meals. We should eat or risk offending the chefs. Lisa chuckled, the light returning to her eyes. True, we wouldn't want to start any interspecies culinary wars. As the evening drew to a close, they returned to the balcony overlooking the stars. The vastness of space felt smaller as they stood side by side, sharing this moment of connection. Thank you for an enlightening evening, Lisa said, her expression earnest. It was my pleasure. I learned a lot from you too, Alex replied, feeling the warmth of her presence. Maybe we are not so different after all, she mused. Maybe not, he agreed. And perhaps what we share could reshape our worlds. The night sky shimmered above them, holding the promise of new friendships and deeper connections. As they faced the stars, there lay not just the openness of space, but the beginnings of an alliance forged in understanding, shared laughter, and trust. Chapter 2, Bonding Through Understanding. Days turned into weeks as Captain Alex Ryder and Princess Lisa forged an evolving partnership amidst the bustling atmosphere of the Galactic Council. The initial sparks of curiosity and camaraderie had blossomed into friendship, palpable every time their eyes met across meeting tables and shared meals. One afternoon, after an exhausting session of talks, Alex found Lisa standing by a large window gazing out into the cosmos. He approached quietly, not wanting to interrupt her daydream. The stars twinkled against the black backdrop, and for a moment he was entranced by her contemplative nature. What do you see? He asked, leaning against the window frame, matching her gaze. The possibilities, Lisa replied, her voice soft. Every star is a story, a culture we can connect with. It makes me feel small yet significant. Significant how? Alex inquired, genuinely intrigued. Because each star represents a chance for us to learn, to understand each other, to build something meaningful. She turned to face him, her expression earnest. What do you think of that? I think you're right. But it takes work, he said, straightening, sensing the importance of the moment. It's easy to stay in our respective corners, just focusing on politics and avoiding the messy stuff we're afraid of. The real connections. Lisa nodded. Perhaps we should dive into that messy stuff together. He raised an eyebrow, curiosity piqued. What did you have in mind? Today, let's skip the formalities, Lisa suggested, her voice filled with excitement. Let's explore the station like friends? Alex couldn't help but smile at her enthusiasm. I'm in. Lead the way, princess. Just Lisa, please, she insisted, shooting him a playful glare. Right? Lisa, it is. They began wandering the corridors, Lisa's spirit illuminating every corner they entered. To Alex, every laugh and shared glance turned each moment into a new chapter. Eventually, they arrived at a lively area filled with stalls from various civilizations showcasing crafts, clothes, and unique foods. Welcome to the Market of Cultures, Lisa announced, throwing her hands in the air dramatically. Here, you can taste the galaxy without ever leaving this station. Impressive, Alex said, his excitement mirroring hers. What should we try first? Lisa zeroed in on a stall selling brightly colored treats. How about those? She pointed to sweet confections that sparkled like gems. After navigating through the crowd, they approached the stall, where a vendor with glowing skin greeted them. Good day. What can I get for you? He asked, his tone cheerful. We'll take 2 of those, Lisa replied, gesturing to the colorful sweets. Alex chuckled, watching Lisa interact with the vendor. Are you a fan of sweets? More than I should be, she confessed, her eyes twinkling. But they hold a special place in Zarok culture. We often use them to celebrate important events. And here I thought I was the one with a sweet tooth, he teased, grabbing a candy and holding it up. How do you celebrate? Lisa's expression turned serious for a moment. We gather with family, share stories, and eat for days. It's a time for unity. A family gathering. I can understand that, he said, savoring the sweet treat. My family had similar traditions. They continued sampling different stalls, exchanging stories and more laughter. As they indulged, the air filled with the scent of spices and the sounds of laughter and chatter from various species. Do you remember the last time you felt completely at ease? Lisa asked suddenly, her gaze drifting to the bustling crowd. Honestly, it's hard to remember, Alex replied, reflecting on the question. Maybe during my childhood, when things felt simpler. We had movie nights with popcorn or spent afternoons playing outside. That sounds lovely, she said, her wistful expression revealing a hint of longing. I often felt confined in the palace. I dreamed of running through fields and feeling the breeze without a care. You know, Alex said, inspiration sparking, we could create a little adventure of our own. Go on, she urged, tilting her head curiously. How about we simulate a picnic? Just the two of us? He suggested. We could grab a few more local delicacies, then find a cozy spot to enjoy them. Lisa's eyes lit up, and a grin appeared on her face. I love it. Where should we start? Let's head back to our earlier stalls and grab a few more things, Alex said, already envisioning the picnic. I'll start carrying the goodies. Can't risk those treats getting snatched away. Their playful nature brought them closer together, with each shared food and every morsel sampled emanating warmth and camaraderie. After gathering a delightful assortment, they found a quiet balcony overlooking the planet below. It was an unremarkable location to others but felt uniquely theirs. Perfect, Lisa breathed, setting down their spread. It's almost as if the stars are inviting us to join their party. Alex laughed, settling beside her. I'm not one for poetry, but even I can appreciate that. Are you not? Lisa teased, her voice becoming teasingly dramatic. Then, you must have a hidden talent awaiting discovery. Trust me, anything resembling talent would be buried deep, he replied, chuckling. As they settled down, they began sampling the foods they had collected. Each bite gave rise to animated discussions about their respective cultures. This is incredible, Alex declared after trying a savory pastry. It's my favorite, Lisa affirmed, her eyes sparkling. It symbolizes harmony. What about that one? Alex asked, pointing to a small colorful fruit. Ah, that's the fruit of unity. It represents everyone coming together despite differences, much like our council meeting, she explained, a smile tugging at her lips. As moments passed, their conversation shifted from food to personal stories, revealing deeper layers of who they were. What do you fear the most? Lisa asked suddenly, her gaze fixed on him with curiosity. Alex hesitated, taken aback by the directness of the question. Losing the people I care about. It's hard watching them suffer, especially when you feel helpless. I understand that fear. I worry about the future of my people too, Lisa said, her voice quieting. Then maybe that's what we need to focus on, Alex suggested, hoping to lift her spirits. Instead of stressing about what lies ahead, we can build something better together. Lisa looked into his eyes, her expression earnest. You make a good point. Besides, Alex added with a grin, life is too short to dwell on what could go wrong. We have to seize the moments, enjoy the food, and appreciate the company we have. Their laughter filled the air, drawing other passersby's attention. Lisa leaned slightly closer, a glimmer of comfort dancing in her eyes. Thank you for today. I haven't felt this free in ages. Neither have I, he confessed, his gaze locked with hers. It's refreshing to be us. As the sun dipped below the horizon, golden reflections painted the sky, creating a picturesque canvas beyond their balcony. The day's connection blossomed, deepening the bond between them. In that moment, Alex found his heart racing, not out of fear, but with the exhilarating thrill of potential. With every laugh shared and every understanding exchanged, they were crafting a story that transcended their worlds, giving life to dreams of what could be. Chapter 3, Crossing Boundaries. The vibrant energy of the Galactic Council buzzed around Alex and Lisa as they walked down the corridors of the station, their conversations melding into a delightful symphony of laughter and shared stories. Their friendship was blossoming, unfolding in unexpected ways. As they approached the main conference room for another council meeting, Lisa paused, her features momentarily clouded with concern. "Do you think they will accept my suggestions today?" "Absolutely," Alex replied, trying to instill confidence. "You've done your research and your perspective is unique. Remember, the goal isn't just to make alliances. It's to create understanding." "Understanding, yes, but we also need action," Lisa said, biting her lip. "The others might not be on board with new ideas. Tradition runs deep. We'll face it together," he assured her, placing a reassuring hand on her shoulder. "You've got this." She smiled, her eyes brightening. "Thank you, Alex. I'm grateful for your support." As they entered the conference room, they were met by the representatives from various alien civilizations, each adorned in vibrant attire that reflected their culture. The air was thick with tension, a palpable mixture of apprehension and anticipation. "Welcome, delegates," Council President Edrin announced, his voice echoing around the room. "Today we gather to discuss the proposed treaty between the Zarok and the Human Federation. Princess Lisa, you have the floor." Lisa straightened, her poise returning as she stepped forward. "Thank you, President Edrin. Honored delegates, we stand at a crossroads. My people and the humans share a history filled with misunderstandings. I believe we can bridge that gap, not just through words but by creating genuine partnerships." As she spoke, Alex could see her passion igniting the room. Delegates leaned in, eager to hear more. He couldn't suppress the swell of pride he felt watching her share her vision. "Lisa," barked Varnock, a delegate from the Skrellian Empire, his voice rough and skeptical. "Your proposals are well-meaning, but where's the proof that your people can uphold these new promises? Your history suggests otherwise." "Varnock, with due respect, your people have their own history of conflict," Lisa countered, her tone firm but calm. "The difference is that we want to move forward together, not dwell in the past." "Exactly," Alex interjected, sensing the shift in the atmosphere. "We could all benefit from looking beyond where we've been. Actions speak louder than past grievances." "Is that so?" Varnock challenged, his stare piercing. "The humans want to lead us into a partnership based on trust, yet your history is filled with violent conflicts. What makes you different?" "Because we want to change," Lisa said, her voice rising with emotion. "We're here to foster understanding, not reinforce division." The room was tense and Alex felt the weight of the moment. "What if we create a joint mission, a project that highlights our strengths? Something that invites collaboration rather than competition?" Lisa's eyes sparkled as she picked up on the idea. "Yes. Like a cultural exchange program. We collaborate on a project showcasing our strengths." Edrin nodded slowly. "I like the sound of that. What could this project entail?" "Let's invite representatives from both sides to work together on a festival that celebrates our cultures," Lisa proposed. "Both sides could contribute food, art, and performances. It would require collaboration and planning." Varnock scoffed. "A festival? It sounds frivolous. What if it distracts us from the real issues?" Lisa held her ground. "A festival would create bonds. It would allow us to engage with one another in a meaningful way. It's often through shared experiences that true understanding develops." Jorok, a delegate from the Thor, leaned forward. "And how would this festival showcase our capabilities? It must have substance beyond entertainment." "What about a technological showcase?" "We could combine our innovations," Alex suggested, feeling momentum build. "Demonstrate how our advancements align for a purpose, be it agricultural development, health tech, or environmental sustainability." "Now we're talking," Jorok replied, visibly interested. "Show you have a foundation and we can engage with your ideas seriously." "Excellent," Lisa agreed. "We could create a symposium alongside the festival, one that includes discussions on mutual issues we face, inviting every delegate to participate actively." Varnock grumbled but was visibly softening. "It's ambitious," he said, crossing his arms. "But I suppose we could use a more modern approach rather than burying ourselves in bureaucratic meetings." "Agreed," Edrin chimed in. "We need fresh ideas. If we manage to invite not only diplomats but inventors and artists, that opens new dialogues beyond traditional politics." After a long silence, Varnock finally relented. "Fine. Let's see how this festival goes. But someone must ensure the logistics align. We cannot afford chaos." "Then it's agreed," Edrin declared. "We will begin preparation for the festival and symposium. Each delegate should gather their teams to brainstorm ideas." As discussions wrapped up in Delhi. "You're a natural leader. Do you really think so? Lisa asked, her eyes reflecting doubt even in the midst of success. I know so, he replied firmly. You stood your ground and kept pushing for what you believe in. That's powerful. Maybe, Lisa said, a hint of uncertainty still present. But will it be enough to change how our peoples view one another? I think it's a step in the right direction, Alex reassured her. With the festival coming up, we'll have a chance to put our ideas into action. True, Lisa agreed, her spirit lifting. It'll take time though. Rome wasn't built in a day, he quipped, drawing a laugh from her. They continued their playful banter as they left the conference room, their shared determination fueling their next steps. Suddenly, a realization washed over Alex. What if we host brainstorming sessions together? We'll need to gather ideas from both sides to ensure the festival is a success. Great idea, Lisa exclaimed. We can invite delegates and artists to collaborate. Art can be a powerful tool for understanding. Precisely, Alex said, excitement igniting. We can set up workshops, experts demonstrating, engaging participants. It'll be a fantastic way to break barriers. Yes. We could also incorporate a gallery showcasing cultural artifacts, Lisa mused. It would drive home the point that every culture has unique contributions. Now we're on to something, Alex replied, feeling energized. Let's schedule the planning session right away. We have a lot of work ahead of us. As they stepped out into the bustling corridor, filled with energy and optimism, Alex couldn't shake the feeling that their collaboration was more than just a diplomatic endeavor. It was a chance for personal growth for both of them. Tonight, let's celebrate, he suggested, looking over at Lisa. We deserve it after that. Absolutely. What do you have in mind? She asked eagerly. How about that new cafe down the block that serves coffee from all over the galaxy? I heard they have an out-of-this-world dessert menu. Count me in, Lisa replied, grinning. Let's create more memories. As they walked together, the corridors felt alive with possibilities, each step a testament to how far they'd come and how much further they could go. And as laughter filled the air, Alex knew this was only the beginning of their journey together. Chapter 4, The Test of Loyalty. The days leading up to the festival were filled with excitement and anticipation. The planning committee was a mixture of humans and Zarok, united by a shared goal. Long hours blended into evenings of brainstorming and creativity, laughter echoing through the halls of the Galactic Council. One evening, while the planning was at its peak, Alex and Lisa found themselves in a less formal setting, an open lounge next to the preparation area. Papers, holographic displays, and artistic sketches covered the tables. The atmosphere was buzzing with ideas, fueled by copious amounts of coffee and snacks. All right, team, Alex announced as he stood up to address the group. We need to finalize our agenda for the festival, and I want to make sure we include everyone's ideas. Lisa's eyes shone with enthusiasm. Yes. Let's hear it. Who wants to start with their proposals? A young human artist, Maya, raised her hand. I think a collaborative mural would really represent unity. We could request contributions from everyone, stylists, painters, even those who express themselves through music. That sounds amazing, Lisa exclaimed. Art can convey emotions that simply words cannot. I like that, Alex added. Let's set it up as a centerpiece for the festival. We can invite delegates to join in creating it live on-site, making it a truly participatory experience. Maya grinned, jotting down notes. The growing excitement spread as they moved around the table, brainstorming more activities. After the initial planning session, Lisa pulled Alex aside. Can you believe how well everyone's coming together? It's incredible, he replied, the pride evident in his voice. But we can't afford to get complacent. We still have a lot of logistics to cover. These delegations will want to see action. Right, Lisa said, her brow furrowing in thought. Do you think we could set up a demonstration of technological advancements? Each species could showcase their best innovations. That's actually a brilliant idea, Alex replied, rubbing his chin. People love to see what others are capable of. It'll spread excitement and possibly spark collaborations. Just then, a grumpy-looking Varnock entered the lounge, his massive frame dwarfing the furniture. What's all this enthusiasm about? He barked, crossing his arms. It sounds like a festival of frivolity. Lisa rolled her eyes but kept her tone light. Not frivolity, Varnock, celebration. Our differences need to be acknowledged and honored. Celebration won't fix long-standing issues, Varnock shot back. We'll need something more substantial. Such as? Alex asked, keeping the conversation civil. Collaboration on resources, Varnock replied, shrugging. Your people consume far too much. A festival won't satisfy my constituents. Lisa glanced at Alex, her expression softened. Maybe we could address resource management in our discussions at the festival. Let's showcase joint initiatives on sustainability too. Varnock raised an eyebrow, intrigued but still skeptical. If you can manage to pull that off, I might consider your proposals more seriously. We will, Lisa assured him. We can't afford to overlook important matters like those. But we need everyone's input to make it happen effectively. With a reluctant nod, Varnock rejoined the conversation, his usual stubbornness easing as they continued discussing the details of the festival. The atmosphere shifted back to excitement as more ideas flowed. As the meeting wrapped up that evening, Alex and Lisa gathered their notes. Do you think he's starting to come around? Alex asked, glancing back at Varnock. Maybe, Lisa mused, her gaze thoughtful. It's baby steps, but progress is progress. Everyone sees value differently. True, Alex replied, feeling the weight of responsibility grow as they moved their ideas forward. But at least we are giving each culture a stake in what's to come. Lisa nodded. Exactly. That's how we'll build trust. As they left the planning room, the vibrant station felt alive with newfound energy. After a long day, they both sought refreshment at a nearby cafe, settling at a corner table. 2 coffees, please. Alex called to the barista, knowing they needed the boost. Lisa tapped her fingers on the table. I can't help but feel nervous. What if we drop the ball on this festival? Hey, Alex leaned forward, meeting her gaze. We won't. Look at everything we've done. You've stepped up in ways that would inspire even the most hardened leaders. Her cheeks flushed slightly, and then she smiled. Thank you for that. But if something goes wrong, I'll take the blame. After all, I convinced them to pursue this. Not alone, Alex interjected. We're in this together. If something falls apart, we tackle it together. That's what teamwork is about. Lisa's eyes softened, a genuine warmth blossoming. Teamwork. Right? Taking a sip of her coffee, she gave him a mischievous smile. Well then, if we're a team, we should practice skills outside of work too. Skills? Alex asked, intrigued. Like? I don't know, archery, she suggested, her voice lighthearted. Archery? He chuckled. I don't think I'm ready to pull back a bow. Lisa laughed, her voice brightening the place as she leaned closer. Trust me, it's not as hard as it looks. Okay, how about this? You teach me archery and I'll return the favor by showing you how to cook a proper human meal. Deal? She reached out to shake his hand, excitement bubbling. Now we just have to fit both into our tight schedules, Alex mused. Maybe tomorrow after the planning session? Lisa suggested, her eyes alight with anticipation. Sounds good, he replied, mentally laying out their schedule. And afterward, we can practice your skills on a target. You'll need to be ready for the festival prep. The cafe was filled with laughter and chatter, and as they wrapped up their drinks and discussed plans for the next day, Alex felt a growing closeness with Lisa, a connection that went beyond their professional interactions. Later that night, as they were preparing to part ways, Lisa paused. Thank you for your support, Alex. I never expected to find such a strong ally here. I feel the same, he replied, his voice sincere. We can do this together. As Lisa turned to leave, Alex couldn't shake the feeling of warmth that had blossomed between them. He knew that navigating the complexities of the upcoming festival wouldn't be without challenges, but with their growing partnership, he felt ready to tackle any obstacles that lay ahead. In that moment, he silently vowed to be there not just as her partner in diplomacy but as her friend, ready to support her every step of the way, no matter what the future might hold. Their destinies were intertwined like threads in a vibrant tapestry, each contributing to a larger, more colorful picture. Chapter 5, A New Beginning. The day of the festival arrived, filled with a buzz that rippled through the Galactic Council station. Colorful banners hung high, fluttering in the soft, artificial breeze, while stalls brimmed with art, food, and technology from various cultures. Alex and Lisa stood in the heart of it all, overwhelmed by the transformation of their ideas into reality. Look at this, Lisa exclaimed, pointing to a vibrant mural coming to life on the wall. Artists from both cultures added their touches, each stroke a blend of human and Zarok artistry. It's incredible how everyone has rallied together, Alex said, hardly able to keep the pride out of his voice. This is what collaboration looks like. I just hope we can sustain it, she replied, a hint of apprehension creeping into her expression. What if the festival doesn't create the momentum we need? It will, Alex said confidently. You've already done more in a few weeks than most do in a year. Remember, it's about the connections we forge today. True, she acknowledged, a smile slowly spreading across her face. Okay, let's go welcome the guests. As they maneuvered through the crowd, Lisa waved at familiar faces, receiving warm greetings in return. Laughter filled the air, blending with enticing aromas that wafted from food stalls. Over here, Maya, the young artist, called from a booth packed with creative projects. We need more people to help with the mural. Alex grabbed Lisa's hand, eagerness surging as they rushed over. Let's join them. Absolutely. Lisa laughed, her excitement contagious. What do we need to do? Just start painting. Maya instructed, handing them brushes and colorful paint. We want elements from both cultures to blend seamlessly. Alex dipped his brush into a vibrant blue, stepping up next to Lisa. What should we add to represent humans? How about symbols of our innovations? Lisa suggested, her mind racing with ideas. We could paint a globe, some technological devices. And I can add an earth landscape like a sunset, Alex proposed, his paintbrush dancing on the canvas. It'll show our appreciation for where we come from. As they painted, laughter and chatter surrounded them. Other delegates joined in, the air humming with creativity and camaraderie. Lisa caught glimpses of delegates working harmoniously, sharing ideas and stories. Look at this, Lisa said, stepping back to admire their work. A growing section of the mural depicted star maps, interconnected by human and Zarok symbols. It's beautiful, and it's only getting better, Alex said, noticing how well everyone was collaborating. This is what we wanted, to see all these cultures interact. As the hours sped by, the mural evolved into a vibrant representation of unity. Suddenly, Lisa stopped, her expression shifting to one of concern. Alex, do you notice how some delegates have been quiet? Like they're holding back. Yeah, I get that feeling, he admitted, laying down his brush. What do you think we should do? Maybe we could host small discussions at the festival, Lisa suggested. Make sure everyone feels like their voice is heard. Good idea, Alex encouraged. Let's organize some breakout sessions. We can encourage everyone to speak up about any concerns. Before they could continue, a loud announcement echoed through the festival grounds. Welcome to the Galactic Unity Festival. We will begin with a presentation highlighting our creative projects together. As the crowd gathered around the main stage, Alex turned to Lisa, a grin plastered across his face. This is it. Let's show them what we've worked for. Lisa squeezed his hand, anticipation radiating from her. Together, as they stepped onto the stage, the crowd erupted in cheers. Welcome, esteemed delegates and friends. Lisa began, her confident voice projecting across the audience. Today, we celebrate our diversity and explore ways to work together. Over the past few weeks, Alex added, a warm smile on his face. We've poured our hearts into the festival. We've created art, shared stories, and discovered shared strengths. Lisa continued, her passion infectious. To represent this collaboration, we have the mural behind us, which symbolizes the intertwining of our cultures. However, we know that meaningful dialogue still needs to happen, Alex interjected. We want this festival to be the start of continued conversations. With that in mind, we're setting up breakout sessions throughout the day for discussion. The crowd murmured with interest, and Lisa glanced at Alex, her eyes shimmering with hope. We encourage you to voice your thoughts, he went on. Each perspective matters. Our goal is to create partnerships that extend beyond today. Applause erupted from the crowd. Lisa beamed. Let's make this day a powerful foundation for our future. As they stepped down from the stage, Alex felt a rush of adrenaline. That went really well. Did you see their reactions? Yes. I hope it inspires them, she replied breathlessly, excitement spilling into her smile. Now, let's dive into those sessions. Throughout the day, delegates joined various discussions, engaging in meaningful dialogue about shared aspirations and concerns. Alex and Lisa moved from table to table, facilitating conversations. I'm really impressed, Lisa said as they walked away from one particularly insightful session. People are opening up. Maybe my earlier worries were unfounded after all. See? It's all coming together, Alex reassured her. When they feel like they can share and contribute, we can make real progress. Look over there. Lisa pointed toward a group gathered around a stall showcasing the latest technological advancements. They're discussing collaborative projects. Let's check it out, Alex suggested, leading her toward the enthusiastic cluster. As they reached the group, the energy was palpable. Humans and Zarok were engaged in a discussion about sustainable farming practices, showcasing an innovative blend of both cultures' technologies. This is what we wanted, Lisa said, her voice filled with awe. Exactly, Alex replied, feeling proud. Imagine what else we can achieve. After several more hours filled with meaningful exchanges and laughter, the sun began to set, casting a golden light across the festival grounds. As the mural took on a new vibrancy in the fading light, Lisa looked around, her heart swelling with happiness. "Can you believe the turnout?" she said, her eyes sparkling. "I didn't think we'd get this far." "It's incredible," Alex confirmed, his gaze sweeping across the lively scene. "No one is holding back anymore." As the festival continued, music began to play, a harmonious blend of sounds from different cultures. Lisa turned to Alex, a playful smile crossing her face. "Shall we remind everyone what teamwork looks like?" "What do you have in mind?" he asked, curious. "Join me on the dance floor," Lisa urged, pulling him toward the rhythm. He chuckled, feeling a surge of excitement. "As long as you promise not to laugh at my dancing." "No promises," she teased, laughing as they stepped into the throng of moving bodies. As they danced under the stars, surrounded by delegates from all walks of life, the barriers that had once divided them melted away. Laughter rang through the night, casting away any lingering doubts. Alex found himself lost in the moment, enchanted not just by the music but by the connection he shared with Lisa, their movements echoing their partnership in building something truly unique together. In the midst of joyful celebration, he realized that their journey had only just begun. Together, inspired by the day's accomplishments, they would navigate whatever challenges lay ahead, hand in hand, united in their commitment to a brighter future.